one of the real guides was flying the plane. That was one of the real guides. And so he was taken on a flight. And the milk idea, well, there's an old saying, milk and honey, etc. Also the spoon idea. I'm assuming the spoons were silver spoons. And there's an old saying, oh, you were born with a silver spoon. So again, and the fat is the best part of the milk, so he's taking it off the top, but he's going on a big journey, which is really good, high-flying journey. So the airplane and everything, it's all really good. So he enjoyed the flight, and it's all about awareness, isn't it? And at first, it's hard. We have our personal lives and whatever, but it takes time. And yeah, it's good to see that all of you, little by little, are getting together and everything's okay. Get through all this funny stuff and attitudes to where everybody's okay. We're all on the same journey, and that is to recognize what life is. Yeah. Yeah. So again, he was on a flight, and you have your friends there. So eventually everybody has the understanding that everything's okay. We get through all these old ideas that we've come through, as we've been born onto the earth, and all these different things from politics to religion, the business world and all that. And we learn to see what that is, that stuff. And we separate ourselves from it, even though we have to still do it. But we learn to separate ourselves from it and then see each person as they're trying to figure out their position and wake up. It's very real, yes. And we help each other. This is great. That's why I wrote I gave them to you. I wrote those two images on awareness and energy. And so people are confused about this because most people look to the secondary light, which is the information that's passed around and created in creation, and that energy is in creation. It's the cause and effect agitation. Want to understand this very well, because we're born into this life thinking that all these things that we're doing are life itself. You see, so in other words, if we have an idea to build a car, we're thinking, oh, gee, this is how life is. Well, is life the car that you built because you could think it and see it and make it and drive it? Is that life, the car? No, this is all silly stuff. This is creation. And it takes, to build that car, it takes the agitation and energy that's in creation. But when we're in our real awareness in the real universes, we don't need that because we're aware and it's awesome. And we don't need creation, and it's not about agitation and energy. It's an isness that's just pure. And this is what's so cool. So defining the difference, and this is where, these spiritual paths and religions and whatever, they're looking to the secondary light. They're looking to the energy and the vibrations and the frequencies and all that. Well, that's fine. And you can utilize that. I do too. But that's in creation. That's not your awareness. Not at all. Not at all. So just like you have a car, you drive the car, but you're not the car. Even though people see you driving down the street, but it's not the car. You're driving the car with your awareness and using the body as a vehicle to drive the car, but it's your awareness that's doing it. And so this is what takes a while for people to see, because the awareness is invisible. And so we're thinking that, oh, we're the brain, we're the mind, we're the body, which is understandable. And the systems that are here to control us, well, they're not going to, excuse me, they're not going to let us know the real us. So we use the old term soul, don't we? We use that old boring term, oh, you're a soul, you have a soul. Duh, what does that mean? You see? No, you're awareness, and you supersede everything in creation. Well, while you're playing in creation, everything's okay. And see, you can take the worst things, you can take trash, and you can transform it into something beneficial. So again, we have the awareness to do whatever we want while we're in creation, learning about and recognizing what all life is. See? Ta-da! What's the idea of milk? Okay, so when a person is born in this world, he gets milk from his mother, right? Okay, so the idea is it's a different milk than cow's milk, but it's still milk, right? And so it's the mother's milk. And then what happens later on, you feed the child, cow's milk or goat's milk, etc. There's the milk idea. And so he's on the airplane being taken somewhere and he is given milk. Okay, so again, this is like, in a way, there's many views. This is like, in a way, mommy is giving him milk to nourish him. And now with the spoon, what I see is that, again, there's an old saying, you were born with a silver spoon. This means that you're very fortunate. And we are, because we have the real guidance. And so he's taking the spoon, he's using the spoon to get the cream. In other words, the cream of the crop, the best part of the milk on the top. Instead of just drinking it like a person would do, he's taking his time to get the best part of it. Now, if he wants to think, oh, gee, I got to drink milk, well, that's the personal side. That's a personal choice, isn't it? This experience is about a hint to his awareness and what's taking place. And remember, even when things look funny, and I go through it too, I scream and yell and hit the wall sometimes, and the thing is, but it'll be okay. We will get through it. It'll be okay. And so we just keep going, don't we? We do. And this is a very good experience. The more aware we become, the more everywhere we is with our awareness. And so we appear to others, and it's about the intent to have the pure heart, with what life is. And life is awareness, like the sun shining upon all, you see? So getting past all the ideas that are cute and that we carry, we don't need all wisdom. We don't need this or that or whatever. We need to learn, what life is hinting to us as to what it is. You see? There's many takes on these experiences. I always go to the point of, okay, how does it relate to the person's awareness? That's what I go to first. And yes, if you give this experience to a psychic or whatever, they're going to say, okay, well, you're going on a journey. And while you're going there, it's best to drink milk before you go because that's good for you. It has a lot of protein. Okay, everybody's going to see it in their own way. Me, I see it as the awareness position. And there's an old saying, because see, this is where brother was flying the plane, because when we're one with the real guides, we're brothers. You see, we're all brothers and sisters. And this is where it takes a lot to understand. And this is where we help each other, because the world as it's created, as we see it, and it's mainly the business world and that of politics, religion, all this stuff, business world, technology, that's not what life is. That's not what we're here for. We didn't come here to get a job and to make money and whatever. While we're doing it, we do that here, but no, there's just a lot more to it, and it's a lot to go through. So again, this is where, we help each other with all the funny little things that we have to do every day. And, just like the cell phone and your car and, whatever else isn't working, we need help with these things, don't we? Yeah, and so it's very important that we know people and friends, and Val and I and Ava are down here in Mexico, and we've met a lot of people, And we bought used cars here. I bought one, Ava bought one, and it needs repairs at times. So we've met really good mechanics that help us, and other people that help us. And I'm talking to a lot of people, lining them up. We're going to work with them on the projects, etc. And they love it. They just love the idea. So as the funding comes through, I will work with these people, and so we get to know everybody around here, and we just keep spreading it out. So this is our adventure, to let others know what's going on. So we help each other. We create a real community to where people help each other. You know, kind of like the Amish over here, and the indigenous people and whatever. That was the original idea. And today we're in a different world where everything's broken up, and people, you know, have a lot of ideas that confuse them, and they don't see this. So this is where we come together and we make sense of these funny things that we have to deal with in our physical and on the real side, so that we're okay. Yeah.